So when you work with me, you would expect all the normal stuff you would get from a coach. So you would get accountability. I am relentless and robust with accountability. So I expect my clients to agree on things and then follow through on those things. And I will ask them tough questions if I think that they're not going to deliver on them. What they'll also get from me is a detailed knowledge of the industry. So I will use the frameworks, the models, the templates, the systems that we've used across a range of different businesses successfully for years, but very much within the context of education and sport. So a lot of my clients use a 6 steps model, which we talk about in our webinars and our seminars. But actually what I do is I take that 6 steps model and I apply it particularly to the challenges and opportunities of education and sports businesses. And I think what that does is it gives us both a grounding in how to run a business, but it also gives a grounding in how to run an education business or a sports business, which is often what a lot of my clients are particularly looking for. Generally, when business owners come to me in this field, it's because they have usually left a full-time job, or they're thinking about leaving a full-time job and starting, let's say, a coaching business, a sports coaching business. And what I'll often hear from my clients as they come to me is that they have built something they're very passionate about, and they know their field. They know how to be a great football coach. They know how to be a great rugby coach. They are good teachers. But actually they don't know how to run a business. So what they've done is they've created a job, because they're working all the hours God sends now on trying to do the coaching, to support the young people, to build it in their local community, but also then run a business. And if you're a teacher or a coach and you work for someone else, you often find that there are lots of things in that business you don't know about. You couldn't possibly know about, to do with marketing, to do with sales, to do with finance, to do with legals, business planning, recruitment, IT, facilities. There are lots of things that the standard teacher or coach doesn't necessarily need to think about on a day-to-day basis. But when they drop into their business full-time, they suddenly have to be this jack of all trades. And what we find is that those business owners now are having to put in more hours than they originally planned, because they're out in the sports hall or out on the pitch or out in the classroom delivering the work that they have been paid to do. But then they're also then coming home and having to work late at night, at weekends, to do things like building a brand, getting out there, social media, as well as all the stuff that many people would consider to be boring: bookkeeping, responding to emails, setting up IT systems. And the problem with that is when people start a business, they think they're getting freedom. What they're wanting to do is change their life for the better for them and for their family. And now what they're finding is that they're working longer hours with often less pay to begin with. And so they're struggling financially. And that's why over 80% of business owners end up quitting within the first 5 years and going back into the world of work. So working with a business coach, working with someone like me, it's all about creating a viable commercial enterprise that ultimately is profitable and finally can work without you. What I want to do is create education businesses and sports businesses out there where you can still do a bit of coaching, you can still do a bit of teaching and training, but actually the business doesn't rely upon you to rock up every single day. The offer that we have for our clients ranges. We have online communities, so some of our clients just like to dip in every month to be able to come to webinars and seminars and hear from guest speakers and simply share their wins, challenges and learnings. And for some, that's absolutely right. We'll also run 2-day boot camps, so they are focused very much on business owners within education and sport, and you'll spend 2 days with me focusing on the key things in your business, really understanding where you need to take it. We then support that with 90-day business planning sessions where Business owners will come together, they'll network, they'll listen to some great speakers, but they'll also create a really powerful plan for their business going forward for the next 3 months. We also have group programs, group coaching programs, where small numbers of business owners come together with me or one of our coaches on a weekly or fortnightly basis to talk about different issues and subjects and to get some actions to take forward on a day-to-day basis in their business. And then at the top end, we'll often have those business owners who are looking for a little bit more. They're looking for intense one-to-one support with a coach, knowing that on that call, at that coffee meeting, it is just the coach and the client. So a lot of our other programs are great, but often in a group-based environment, some people feel like they might not get the progress that they would have hoped for. And so as a result, they will work with us on a one-to-one basis because they are looking for intense or accelerated results with a lot of hard accountability behind it. So our programs will range from you simply dipping in to our online community all the way through to our very intense one-to-one coaching programs at the top end.